What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So, uh, I've done a couple of live streams here lately talking about some of Andrew Yang's recent tweets, and I haven't left those videos up specifically because some of them I feel like the tweets are controversial, and it's become quite clear that these controversial tweets are part of Andrew Yang's marketing strategy. You know what I mean? He's saying things that are going to get people to talk about him. They're going to get people to respond to him. Obviously, it's going to create a little bit more buzz around his name, and hopefully, in some cases, maybe a paper or a blog or somebody will write a story about these things that he's saying. Well, he has recently caught the attention of, I believe it's MarketWatch. I'm not going to talk specifically about the article. I'm just going to talk about what they're talking about, which is this tweet. Let me know if you guys have any issues with the audio or anything. But his tweet was this. In my experience, trying to teach someone financial literacy is very difficult if they don't have money. So that's what we're going to talk about today. It definitely started up a new conversation. You know, a lot of people hopped onto that. They attacked him. Yeah, a lot of people were attacking him, basically saying, people don't know how to handle money because and taking other people's money and giving it to them isn't going to help them. So it created quite a conversation. But the funny thing that I think a lot of these people didn't realize is that Andrew Yang is probably talking about his own policy to improve financial literacy. So that's what we're going to actually be talking about. We're not going to address this. I mean, obviously, people probably saw that as, oh, he's saying to just give, we need to give people money, so they're talking about UBI. He's not talking about UBI people. He's talking about this, free financial counseling for all, right? That's what we're talking about today. Just give me 1 second. Okay. All right. You guys aren't talking, so I'm just going to assume the audio is okay. And we are going to get into how Andrew Yang is going to assist with, making a more financially literate public. Obviously, there are benefits to that. A lot of institutions, a lot of banks, a lot of businesses, a lot of credit card companies probably are not fans of this. But, the reality is we see the statistics. People don't seem to have money, and giving them more money probably won't fix that. We talked a couple weeks ago. We talked about that article where there was that study of the women who were given I can't talk. These women were given UBI or a form of UBI, and basically the first go around, the women spent all the money, and after being given some financial counseling, the one of the women in the story was later on talking about how she just went and bought a house, and now she's got all this money in the bank, and her financial situation has improved significantly, and sometimes it just takes a little bit of counseling. So let's get into this. You just sitting here. Okay, audio is good. All right, appreciate you. All right, so I'll get to comments shortly. So his policy is free financial counseling for all. The current level of financial literacy in America is shockingly low. Most people don't understand how our banking system works, how to invest money, or what's the best financial vehicle for their retirement fund. And most Americans can't afford or don't have enough money to warrant a financial advisor. Crucial point, right? Since we want Americans to have some control over their retirement, it's important to ensure Americans have the knowledge they need to save and invest properly. While educating people while they're young adults is one avenue to achieve this. Not everyone remembers everything they learned in high school, and if we're being honest, almost all of us didn't pay attention in at least one class. It's important to continue providing financial assistance or providing assistance to those who want to learn how to save for their future. I think we can all agree, right? Like, unless you're a credit card issuer or somebody who's some type of predatory lender, financial literacy, I think, is something that we can all agree on. But let's not kid ourselves. We understand that a financially illiterate public is very good business. You know what I mean? So while some of us are trying to sell regular goods and services. Others are trying to sell high interest loans or balloon payment mortgages and all types of things that just may not be the best use of someone's money, and there's probably a better way. But until you actually are in a situation where you have money and maybe a little bit of counseling or some conversations with people who've done it before, it's very easy to find yourself on that slippery slope, which ultimately can lead to, I don't know, bankruptcy, financial ruin, low credit scores, things that just make life more difficult. We all know that having a low credit score is going to cost you money to pretty much buy everything in life. So and we don't want this money to simply be, okay, now here's $1,000 a month. Now you can pay all those fees that you didn't, or that you owed to the predatory lender or to the credit card company. Like, let's get people in a position where at least some of us, improve our financial standing. Now, of course, the reality is that everybody isn't going to take advantage of this. Everyone won't benefit. But for those of us that want to take advantage, it's there. Why not just make it, an option for people? All right, So financial literacy. Oh, sorry. As president, I love the way he just gets to it. As president, I will direct the IRS to invest in online courses and AI-based advisors to help people understand their options for personal finance. Yeah. I think that's a solid. 2, allow all Americans to deduct the cost of a personal finance course at a community college from their taxes. And 3, create a division of the IRS to assist individuals who are looking for personal finance advice to contact them for that advice. Now, personally, I don't know how I feel about that third one as far as the IRS having anything to do with this. That's a little iffy to me, but I'm sure there's some rationale. Going back to the second, deducting the cost of a personal finance course at a local community college. I love this. You know what I mean? The thing is, finance is going to be something that's always changing. And if maybe you took a finance class 15 years ago, or maybe you didn't have as much money as you have now. Like, there's always going to be options. There's always going to be new options. Options are going to change, and options are going to be different. Different options will be available to you depending on your financial standing. So being able to have continued education and being able to simply go on down to a local community college and take a class seems fair. You know what I mean? This is not anything that's going to take away from anybody else. I don't think so. I think we can all kind of get behind this. What was that first one again? Direct the IRS to invest in an online course and AI-based advisors to help people. Yeah, man, I love the idea of having. The access to advisors. Again, I don't understand the need to bring the IRS into this, but I don't know. These are questions for another day. The fact that Andrew Yang is addressing this is all that really matters. Not to mention, he's giving you an extra $12,000 a year. So while he's doing that, the least you could do is swing in there and take a class. You know what I mean? Extra 12 grand is going to make a big difference in a lot of people's lives. It's going to give you a lot of different options than you had before. And perhaps the way you're investing your money right now isn't the best way. It's not going to get you the highest rate of return. So I'm intrigued. I like it. People in Twitter are all upset because he says that the reason why it's difficult to teach people about money is they don't have it. I kind of agree. I mean, you can go back and forth, but the point is, he's addressing both problems. He's not only going to give people money so they can actually, have some additional options. He's also going to make financial literacy available to you. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this video right here. I'm going to hop over and I'm going to check the comments real quick before we get out of here, but I'm going to cut this off the video. So other things going on right now. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen that the impeachment proceedings have begun on Trump, which I think is just an absolute waste of time. So we'll see what's up with that. It's just par for the course. This is nothing new. So I don't know why they're deciding now to begin impeachment proceedings. Okay, so we'll see. But because people, okay, let's hop back up. Because poor people have to spend it as soon as they get it just to live. They don't have a chance to have first-hand experience on how money works in the real world. Man, that's so true. You just listening. Cool. I think I had one financial literacy class in K through 12. Need more than that. Absolutely. Not to mention, Yang is making it possible for people to have continued education. I mean, I don't know if you can get unlimited classes, but I would think you can do this more than once. So just to be able to have like a refresher course, even every 5 years, would be nice. You know what I mean? What happened to all cops wear cameras? Ended up shutting off yesterday. Oh, I'm gonna have to. I still haven't edited that video. I'm like super busy with client projects right now, so that's why we've come up with the live recording. It allows me to shoot the video still, get the information out, and then I'm able to come back and edit at a later time. But yeah, I'm gonna tighten that video up for you. Life skills education. Okay, we'll check that out. All right. Subject matter. Oh, that's true, Ryan. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's a good point, man. The IRS is probably the people you want to talk to if you're moving your assets around and you're taking your money out your 401k. You're not supposed to. It might not be bad. It might not be a bad idea to talk to the IRS. We got Ted in the house taking up the comment section. All right. So like I said, I'm going to get out of here, man. I'm going to go ahead and cut this video so I can edit it, get it right back up. Yeah, man, people on the internet right now, or at least on Twitter, we're definitely up in arms. There was an article written because people assume that Andrew Yang was specifically talking about he needs to give people money in order for them to experience or in order for them to learn about financial literacy. But the reality is he's most likely talking about his policy to increase financial literacy, which is to make continued education available for everyone. Such a great guy, right? So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.